everyone, and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. In the news, 4 people had filed a candidacy as of Thursday morning for places on the ballot in the May 2nd Sulphur Springs City Council election. Harold Nash Sr. Wednesday afternoon signed up for City Council Place 2 seat. He was appointed by the City Council on December 13th to serve in Place 2 until the election. The opening is one of 4 created following the resignations of Erica Armstrong, Jimmy Lucas, Norman Sanders, and Jeff Sanderson, all within a week of the regular December City Council meeting. Thus, the May 2nd election will be for places 1 through 3 and 5 for unexpired terms, and places 6 and 7 were already slated to be on the May 2nd ballot for a full term on the council. Nash was the second candidate to sign up Wednesday and the 4th candidate overall to file for a place on the May 2nd ballot. Oscar Aguilar signed up for Place 3 on the City Council late Wednesday morning. Incumbent John Sellers filed paperwork January 15th for Place 7. Incumbent Doug Moore filed candidacy January 17th for re-election to a full term in Place 6 on the City Council. No one yet has filed for Places 1 and 5. And no contested races have developed for places 2, 3, 6, and 7. Candidates filing for the unexpired terms places 1 through 3 and seat 5, and the full term for places 6 and 7 seats on the May 2nd Sulphur Springs City Council ballot will be continuing 8 to 5 a.m. weekdays through February 14th. At City Hall, located at 201 North Davis Street. And residents interested in filing should see City Secretary Gail Roberts for an application packet. As many as 18 streets in Sulphur Springs have been identified for improvement through the annual paving program this year, funding permitted. According to the City Community Development Department, the city is hoping to pave some 5.4 miles of streets. That's twice as much work as in recent years because of the street maintenance fee charged on utility bills. This allows for improvements on designated streets along with various preventive maintenance measures. Work could be on fewer or more streets depending on the cost of materials. Streets identified for improvements include Barbara from Tate to Camp, Cedar Springs from Holly Circle to Cedar Springs, CMH Road from Highway 67 to I-30, DeBoard from Park to Cemetery, Graham from Gilmer to Oak, Horrid from Alabama to College, Lake Shore from Jill to Lewis, Linda from Fisher to Gilmer, Longino from Middle to Park, Lou and Jonas, Middle from Jackson to Church, Mockingbird from Shannon to Posey, Mindy from Helm to the Dead End, Nicholson from Locust to Moore, Oak Grove from Jefferson to the End, Park Circle from Bill Bradford to the End, and Plano Pampa from Texas to Brinker, Rosemont from Jefferson to Houston, and 7th Street from the railroad tracks to Park. An investigation into a suspected gravel and paving scam resulted in a 34-year-old Texarkana, Arkansas man being arrested shortly before noon Tuesday on FM 275 and County Road 142 in Hopkins County on a warrant. Hopkins County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched Tuesday morning to more than one complaint of people contacting residents to whom they were trying to sell pavement or rocks, according to sheriff's reports. Officials contacted the individuals on FM 275 at County Road 1142 and asked for identification. Prince Damon Long of Texarkana, Arkansas, allegedly walked away while a deputy was collecting ID from other individuals. The man allegedly walked around the back of a building and jumped into the back of a dump truck. After the man was identified, a records check was conducted, and the man was reported to be wanted in Arkansas for a parole violation. He was jailed on the charge. Hopkins County Sheriff's Deputy Alvin Jordan alleged in arrest reports. National Weather Service will be in town for a free severe weather training session. The Skywarn Storm Spotter class offered by the National Weather Service in partnership with the Sulphur Springs Police Department will be offered on Thursday, February 6th from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. at Sulphur Springs City Hall to help people get ready for the 2020 storm season. This class is for established storm spotters, anyone with an interest in severe weather, and or anyone who wants to learn more about the severe weather threats in North and Central Texas and how to be prepared. This is part of a regional severe weather preparedness campaign, which will include spotter training sessions in many counties in North and Central Texas. In sports, with weather more suited to Ducks than Lady Cats softball on Thursday, consider that softball practice officially gets underway on Friday. Expect to find the Lady Cats indoors in the multi-purpose building when they have their first practice. Lady Cat softball coach David Carrillo is in his 14th year here. He lost 10 seniors off last year's team, so there are lots of holes to fill. And I talked with Coach Carrillo about the thrill of starting another season.
It's always an exciting day, new year, new team, new people. We're going to miss people that have been gone, but, we got a new group and a new group that's very excited to go out there and go play and compete. So, we kind of talk about things every day about making sure the wheels don't fall off. And, we're just going to work hard and try to continue the tradition that's been going on for the last, it's been ever since I got here and even before that. So we're going to just try to keep it going.
I tried to figure out who you had coming back, and I think I landed on 3 starters and a pitcher.
Yes, it is. It's 3 starters and a pitcher. Let me see if I can remember them off my head. Kate Womack will be back. Big part of our program. We have Nala Lindley also coming back. Allie Fight will also be a returner. And then we have Addison Cadell, who we expect to pitch a lot in the circle this year. So she will be back too. And then we have Cobria Harrison, who's a senior, that we're expecting some things out of her too this year. So that being said, those are the returners that we have from last year's squad that's on paper. A lot of young kids, a lot of kids from the JV. I already told them we're going to put the best on the field. And, I don't care if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, we're going to find who's the best, and let's go and let's get after it. And that's where we're going to do it. So we'll see what happens.
I remember from watching the JV last year, man, they could hit the ball. They really, every game, they seem to really score a ton of runs.
Yeah, we have some good young kids. I think everybody kind of, when you lose 10 seniors, everybody goes, what are you going to do? But we have good kids up underneath. It's just, we may not have 16 kids on varsity. We may only have 10 or 12 or 12 kids, let's just say. But they're all going to be able to play just like last year where we had all those kids that could play also. And I think last year, we could have went a variety of different lineups and still been very, very good. So, this year we might not have the depth because of losing many kids, but we're still going to be okay.
So when you start practice, you're going to really looking to fill all the holes with, and the young kids have a chance to make the team.
Yes, sir. Our main thing that we've already talked about as a staff is we feel like we have the kids that can play and to have the kids that can help us. It's just a matter of putting them in the right places because we have kids that can play a variety of positions, and, we can have some that can go the outfield, go the infield, multiple positions. So, that being said, that's a good thing for us. We can go a lot of different routes. It's just putting them in the right spots to getting the best team that we can out there for this season.
I know you're looking for backup pitching for Cadell, so that'll be another search.
Yes, and that's another thing we'll evaluate as we go on. We have 3 other ones that I feel like could get it possibly done. It's just a matter of working and seeing if they can. Pitching's the hardest part of it, because you got to really want to be out there. And, that being said, we're going to try to light that fire and let's go. And this is the whole thing that I think we've really been blessed with is we've had girls that, it's not exactly where you think you are or where you think you should be. It's what's best for your team. And that's something that I'm going to emphasize again and make sure that we keep doing it because, we've been blessed by so far. I mean, there's kind of been bumps in the road, but for the most part, everybody's been selfless and they're looking for the greater good of the team. And that's what we need. And we need that this year too. So, that being said, that's what's going to be preached on daily.
All right. And I guess early February be the first scrimmage, and that'll be, what you'll be aiming for.
Yes, sir. And, that being said, also, we're going to be evaluating a lot longer than what we probably have in the past. Last year was kind of we didn't get to go as long because we kind of had everything set for the most part. This year, with all these kids, we're going to constantly, and we may go to the second tournament still kind of evaluating or third tournament. We don't know. We would like to get everything set by the third tournament, like it used to be. But, right now, it's probably going to go back to that. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see where we need to go. And, everybody's going to have a chance, and we're going to see what happens.
When you think of district, everybody seemed to lose some pitching last year, maybe except for Royce City. So you'd kind of put the early B on them, but it's going to be wide open, it looks like.
Yeah, I feel like Royce City on paper should be one, and we'll try to knock them down. But everybody else, Mount Pleasant, Texas High, Lindale, Greenville, all of us, we're all in the same boat. We've lost a lot of kids, and they've lost a lot of their core players too. So, we talk about it. We're all friends. We have a good district with coaches being, real friendly with each other, and it's a dogfight. We don't know what's going to happen, so it'll be real interesting to see how it plays out. But again, we're just going to do the best we can and coach them up, and let's go.
That's Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. Thank you for joining me, and so long, everybody.